Hey guys, it's me Strictly9to5 here, and today I'll be teaching you 5 really good tips that I use in my personal workflow to better improve the AI art that I generate. Now, be it whether you just want to improve your personal workflow and learn how to key in prompts better, or perhaps you want to start a side hustle and start merchandising art in some form or another, this video is definitely for you as it will help improve your efficiency of every image that you generate through storyboarding as well as keying in the right prompts. And you know we don't waste time on this channel, so let's go ahead and jump in with number 1, the who method of how to generate your AI art. Now, the who method comes in 2 ways. The first is, do you want to reference a particular character? Let's say you like the features of maybe a particular Raiden Shogun from Genshin Impact, who is pretty popular right now. And if you reference Raiden Shogun, do you want to imitate her exactly, or do you just like the certain features that she has and you want to import it to another character? If we click in Jin from Genshin Impact, it looks nothing like the original Jin from Genshin Impact. And as you can see, we want a blonde hair Jin. So once we key in these 3 prompts, we'll start to get a character that looks more closely similar to Jin, but still not exactly fully correct yet. So we'll just add in more prompts, and in the who section, your role in the who section is to distinguish, are you trying to imitate or get the character exactly as you can? So we're going to key in another prompt to try to get as close to the generation of Jin as possible. And now we can start to see that it's starting to turn a little bit more like Jin. So now that we've talked about who section, let's jump into a next category, which is really the where section. And once you've discovered the person that you want to try to create, you want to describe a setting that you want to put them in. For example, I'm going to decide to generate Ayaka from Genshin Impact in a school uniform school setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type some prompts to describe the environment that she's in so that it creates the picture that I'm looking for. So as you can see, when we generate the image of a school uniform and classroom, it starts to create more of the setting that we are looking for. And as you can see, Ayaka here is in a classroom, and your images from what it was and what it's transforming into, it starts to give a little bit more of a storytelling, which is really what this video aims to describe. It's pretty easy to link the who and where together to create overall storyboarding, but the one that is a little bit more tricky, which is tip number 3, and really what is the character doing. And this is where most AI generations usually fall apart, because the user who's keying prompts doesn't know certain things to key in to make the image look much better. Now let me give you an example. For example, if you have a certain hands that is in the image which AI generators generally don't do too well, you can see her hands right here don't really look much like hands, and AI generators in general aren't good with hands. So what I like to do is actually I like to do like hands in pockets. For example, if you describe her body motions in sense, if her hands are in pockets, you see that it becomes much of a nicer image and it looks much more realistic rather than AI art with hands that looks not very realistic. Let's go ahead and generate another image to see a variety as well. Another thing of the what section is, of course, the clothes that she's wearing. For example, we can have a school uniform. Instead of a shirt, we can have probably a skirt or a dress in terms of the design that she's wearing. And let's key that prompt in, and we see that the look starts to change and is something that we are looking for, much closer to the character that we are envisioning in our mind. Now that we've finished the what step of creating what action she's doing, where she's placing her hands, we can also describe certain things. For example, her mood. Let's just say she's in a shy mood. We can describe certain situations that the character is in as well. So now that we have finished the what section and we've generated an image that is closer to something that we have in mind of Ayaka in a school uniform classroom kind of setting, what we want to do next, of course, is the 4th section, which is the when section. And it not only talks about like the time of day, whether it's like in the daytime, or as you can see here, it's like a middle of afternoon or early morning kind of setting where it's in between the sunrise and sunset. We also can do other things, for example, like festivities like fireworks, snow, winter weddings, and etc. So maybe we want to add in a bit of a snow, winter, cold environment to create more of the when environment into the picture, to add in more detail. And now that we've talked about all 4, this is time to go into the last feature, which is really the why are you creating the image. And the why is really more of the storyboarding check aspect in terms of, does everything in the picture gel together and make tons of sense. For example, in this winter image of a classroom setting, Ayaka here, it would look very weird if she was in a summer attire, for example, and it's cold outside. That wouldn't make much sense in terms of the storyboarding you're trying to make, and it does tell tales that it's more of an AI generated image with no human input. So in the why aspect, it really is the human check to make sure that everything makes sense and is in line with the story that you're trying to sell as well. And if you guys are interested to know how I actually am able to generate these images at zero cost on NovelAI, do leave me a like and subscribe and comment if you're interested in perhaps how I generate these images for free, or even how do I actually make money from AI art. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, and do check out these other videos I think you might be interested in right here as well. Cheers, and see you in the next video.